Hello, beautiful souls. Today I am here with a very special guest, and this is Mario. Mario in Mexico right now. Is that correct?
Yes, in Mexico.
Mexico. It's such an honor to connect with you. I love that we can speak worldwide with each other. So, for those of you who don't know me, my name is Anita and I'm a sensual confidence expert. So, my main role is to bring you back into embodied, authentic power and onto your sacred path. And I do that through holistic coaching, tantric healing, and womb therapy. And Mario does something very similar when it comes to embodiment and sexual energy. Mario, would you like to introduce yourself?
Yeah, well, my name is Mario. I'm a human being, as everybody else here. And what I do is I'm a body awakener. What is the meaning of body awakener? Is to get into the body in the three levels of consciousness: physical, emotional, and spiritual, because we are energy. We are all energy and we are connected to each other. So when you enter the body of every people by touching, by manipulating, by seeing, by breathing, by movement, you kind of understand the body and disconnect that layers that they are attached to your body, and you rise that energy together and you heal, you purify, and you expand to the oneness, to the holiness. So that's what I've been doing all around the world. As you, we have the same path with different modalities, but we go into this embodiment of consciousness and understanding the meaning of what is sacred sexuality.
Oh, yes, big time. I believe that there is, when we work in this field that we work in, Mario, then for us, it is very normal to talk about, sexuality, to use sexual terms, to use body parts and genitals as if we are speaking about going for lunch and going for dinner. So for us, it is so normal. And I often catch myself not, of course, using certain words, but just being very open and freely with those topics in a social circle, only to find very surprised and shocked faces sometimes as to what on earth am I talking about. So no matter how much we believe that we are awakening, and we are opening up and we are really rising in consciousness collectively. So there has been a huge shift. However, there is still also a big amount of people that is not there yet, or that still holds a lot of shame and a lot of restriction towards their sexual energy, and not understanding even the difference between sexuality and sexual energy, because there is a big difference. They are connected, but they are not the same. Do you experience similar things?
No, and that's the most important thing. The shame is the first emotion. It attacks our body in the first cycles of 7 of our growing, of our how you say, development of the structure of the body. When we are 0 to 7, we are attacked by shame, because we are developing our immune system, nervous system, skeletal system, muscular system, and the first emotion to attack is the shame. After that emotion is the fears. So the connection with the shame and the fears between 7 and 14, and how we use sexuality into our lives, and how we allow ourselves that sexuality come from another perspective, another scream, another people say, hearing how they do it, what they do it. So we trying to adapt to do the same things because we hear it, we saw it, but it's not the thing that it creates us inside of us. Like father and mother, when they create us, it creates that beautiful light. So when we have the time to talk about this topic, everybody put nervous, uncomfortable. It doesn't matter where you come from. It doesn't matter where you raised. It doesn't matter what is your religion. Everyone make yourself uncomfortable because we think that is in the same place, that is not elevating, that is not rising, that is not healing. So I always say the feeling, what it makes you feel, what it makes you feel, that connection, what it makes you feel, that touch to yourself. No, don't tell me details. I don't want to know details. I want to know feelings. Why you make you feel cry? What it makes you feel scared? What it makes you feel nervous? What it makes you feel pain? Do you experience this? Do you experience that? In how many minutes you feel the ecstasies? Why so long? Why you never feel this? And that it will be a very nice talk, because I did it, as you do too, with a lot of people around the world. And when you talk about the feeling, they say, oh yeah, last time I feel like I was doing something wrong because my couple was shaking and was doing this, and I don't know, but I didn't have the courage to tell to my friends, because I thought they're gonna say to me, that's wrong, that isn't something that you are doing. And no, this is something that you are healing within yourself with the power of sexuality. But that topic is really, really important and really needed all around the world, as you say it, as you name it. I just want to ask you one thing. How you take that embodiment, how you take that embodiment into the goddess and to give to the men's, how you embodiment in themselves to the men.
Sorry, you were stuck in between. I did not understand the whole question. How do I take the embodiment to the man?
Yeah. How do you take as a woman, as a goddess, and how you transmit to the goddess to take that self-embodiment and show it to the men? How is it? By word, by writing, by showing the feeling? Yeah, I just to clarify the question, so people they because I want to know, as goddess as you are, as God, all the goddess that you've been open and rising together and healing together, how is the best way to transmit for a man? Because men are desperate to learn and to grow and to be vulnerable. So we want to hear from you how a women can transmit that sensual energy into the rising of the divine feminine energy.
Yeah, there are so many components, but number one, what a man is picking up and what everybody is picking up, regardless, is your energy. It's your presence, right? So when you are embodied in your divine feminine, which is basically the female part of divinity, the goddess part of divinity within ourselves, and men have that too, because this is energy, not gender. When you have embodied it, then you have an external flow of energy that goes out, which creates a magnetic field, as you know. And that magnetic field calls in the masculines who are craving for this feminine energy to open up, but also calls in the feminines who desire and who are ready to step into their own. There is a lot of practices that we can do. And we do this in Tantra, where we work with the Kundalini, where we work with the nadis and with the breath work, and especially also with the womb, right? Because the womb is the portal. It's the portal for us women where we birth, yeah, where we create, and we birth anything, not just physical babies into this world. So when we start honoring our body, honoring our yoni, right, our sacred space, when we start understanding our own energetic system and how it functions, because no two people are the same, then we can truly start cleansing away all of which no longer serves us, because the womb in particular, and so many people do not understand the power of the womb, we store everything. Why the womb? Because you've mentioned that earlier with the shame, with the energy frequencies. When we work with the womb, we work with the sacral chakra, which is the water, and with the root, which is the earth. So the earth represents our survival instincts, our primal needs. And guess out of what we are running majority of the time? Survival, need, right? Lack consciousness. And the sacral is our sexual energy, is where the suppression takes place, the shame takes place, where we store also a lot of emotions. Now, it's not just the womb, because it's connected to the heart and to the throat. There is a grid that combines all three of those. So when we have a block in our heart, we have a block in our throat, meaning speaking our truth, expressing ourselves. In the heart, it means we don't feel protected, we don't feel nourished, because the breasts are representative of a mother's care, of a mother's nourishment. How safe do we feel within ourselves? How open are we to receive, and how much can we give? Yeah, so this is a whole combination of our energy system. And of course, it goes all the way into our pineal gland, into into the bintu, into the back of our mind. So there's so much with it. And what this work mainly needs to be doing is an activation on the cellular level. Wow. We are all born with these codes, right? So we just need to activate them. We do not need to go outside and find something. Everything is already there. We need to release that, which stops us from aligning. So the work is the opposite of what majority of people, are actually talking about. Yeah. So when we work with our sexual energy, we can already eliminate so many other health issues, whether they're mental health, emotional health, or physical health, because it all starts in the energetic body. Yeah.
All stars as we came here to this world, thanks to you, Goddess, in that beautiful, I call it the divine jail. Oh. Because that divine jail, yeah, is a cell in a jail that you are growing for the 9 months, but you have the shame, the fears, the guilt, the anger, the control, and the attachment of the mother in that 9 months. And you're absorbing not only the mother, whatever the mother see, touch, fight, scream, traumatize, you boom, 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 you feel it, you feel it, you feel it, you feel it. So that is very important because all the emotions that they are attaching the body, 3 in the legs, yeah, in your ancestors, the shame, yes, after the knees, your fears, in the gluteus or the pelvis, the guilt, they go up, yeah, and they stuck in the belly button, in the chi, in the second chakra, in the belly, in the digestive system. And after the 3 above is the anger, because the combination of shame, guilt, and fears, it gives you anger through yourself. And after you control people because you cannot control yourself because you've never been within yourself. And after control takes over to attachment. So you attach to dogs, to cars, to money, to things outside, to people, to persons, to this, to that. And that it goes down by gravity. So the 3 emotions from the lower body and the 3 emotions from the upper body, they come inside to your gut, to your belly. Yeah, so that is the whole orgy of emotions happening there. So that is when it happens: retention of liquid, problems in the menstruation, inflammation, overweight, stressing, anxiety, problems with explosion, problems with not wanting to do nothing, not wanting to go out, exhaustedness. So you say very important thing, the chest. The part of is the foot of the angels. This is the breast of the mother. Yeah. And we have this expansion as men so we can connect. If we don't rise that sexual energy out of the root that we always there, and it goes like a ping pong ball, 1, 2, 1, 2 chakra, 1, 2, and we always have it there. And it doesn't go up to your solar plexus. It doesn't expand your chest within your heart or with your heart together. And after it doesn't connect the throat chakra, as you say, to open the pineal gland, the third eye. You don't go into purification. We don't go into holiness, expansion, compassion, presence, and within yourself. And beautiful sharing. I was feeling it all the way. Thank you so much for such an amazing connection of that Kundalini serpent, you know, because we all have, or in Spanish, yeah, I don't know if in English or you heard that line, we always say, did you find your media naranja, your half of the orange? And you search all your life for your half of the orange. You're half of the orange, but they don't tell us in school or family when we were kids that our half of the orange is ourselves, is feminine and masculine. We don't need to search outside. We don't need to waste 1, 2, 3 lifetimes, 10,000 lifetimes to search the half of the orange. The half of the orange is the Kundalini serpent, the connection of that divine feminine and divine masculine, hugging every chakra, circling every chakra, expanding, connecting, making themselves the same, not comparison, not justified, no humiliation, no competing, just being, traveling, the black and the white, the red and the purple, something beautiful. And after, when they arrive here, they don't need to be together anymore, because you are the universe, you are the holiness, you expand, and that is creating by your own medicine inside of your temple, your own medicine. You have all the plants of Mother Earth, ayahuasca, Pachamama, everything, everything. You have it inside of yourself with your sexual energy. We need just to share how to rise it, because nobody is a teacher. Nobody knows. Everybody has different techniques, as you say. Everybody has different bodies. But once we are here, it doesn't matter. We are not different at all.
We are not different. And it's very, very beautiful what you said. I love it so much, you know, and it's so nice that you can add so many beautiful, beautiful terms to it and explanations, because yes, unity consciousness is what we are going towards. But, you know, sometimes we need to separate something to understand that it's part of a whole. If, for example, let's take a silly example. Yeah, you see this heart, this is a whole. Yeah, you will never think it is separate because it's a whole. Now, when you separate it, you see one part. So you think you're single, you're separated from your other part. And all your life, you're going to look for the other part, as you said. Whereas all the while, the other part was within. You just needed to align and to open. Yes, it's a very, very simple example of that. Even separation has its purpose, because whether it's dark or light, whether it's shame or higher states of consciousness, everything is a polarity that pulls on one string. So it's never about releasing all of that. It's about aligning it and learning it to balance it out, because that's what the universe, that's what the higher states of consciousness are about, is balance. Owning your dark, right? Owning the things about you don't like. That's working with dark sexual energy. That's working with Kali. That's working with Lilith. That's understanding the raw sexual power of you as a woman, of you as a man, and how you can learn to love these parts of you that you're trying to get rid of, that you're trying to hide, and fully embody them and bring them to the light. Because again, it's one string. You cannot have one without the other. Yeah.
Oh, exactly.
Oh.
Divine darkness.
Yeah.
Because we don't accept what we live, what we experience, what we've been through, not only in this lifetime, in many, many, many more. And if we don't accept and embrace that with love, with compassion, first with ourselves, we never reach the connection of the integrate to understand the intimacy between the dark and the light. Because thanks to that darkness, we see the path, we see the little hole of light, and it goes to expand. So that is the most important thing, to connect with others. Don't judge that, oh, they are low in vibration, they have this. We don't have a meter, we don't have a phone to tell, oh, he lows in -24, she is in 10, this guy is in 55, this guy is in the 7th chakra, go and talk to him. This guy, we don't have these things yet, and I don't think they're going to invent it. And if they invent it, they will be full of bullshit, because a thing that reads your inner energy, your chakras, your center, that they cannot see it in X-ray and in the most expensive companies or hospitals, and they cannot see them, is because is this, you said before, is the cells, is the atoms, is combine them as much as we know and honor and develop our body. Because you say a very important thing, how you transmit to the women, to the goddess go to the men and show it to them. And is first honor them, accept them as they are, feel them, smell themselves, accept the way they are, accept the way the form of the body is. Look at the flower of the universe. Look as the door of the cosmos, the door of the portal of the big dimension. Look themselves as the mother of the universe. So when they are looking and feeling, they start looking because we have to start by the mindset. We have to start mindfulness. But after a while, you don't think, you just feel that you are that universe. You feel that you are that door for the cosmos. You transmit to the man that you are entering something that he never had a chance, because you feel that you go into the sky, you pass the sky, you touch the stars, you are part of the planets. And that is the beauty of going through a transition, to take that, to take whatever we absorb, morbo, nymphomanic, illusions, fantasy, sexual abuse, to transform that and to take it into unlimited pleasant, unlimited, yeah, because it's not limit, it's never an end, because it was never a beginning. Don't think that it's an end, because this is something that it grows every day in your life. And we come to this topic because it's very important to say in a parenthesis, and I want the goddess to share that sacred sexuality, it doesn't mean penetration or coito. Yeah, we are doing secret sexuality right now. We are rising our energies. We are feeling inside whatever we share, we understand, because we don't need explanation. We are feeling in ourselves. We want to live like that. So this is, for me, one of the most beautiful things. It cost me years to understand that was not this act.
It is interesting, actually, that we even call it sacred sexuality. It's kind of completely pointless because it has always been sacred. It has never been not sacred. It's just what happened to it throughout the centuries. What was made out of sexuality, especially female sexuality, is what caused us today to have either sexual overuse, right? Where it's too much of it, over-sexualized, everything without deeper meaning. It's very superficial. Or we have it in a way that it's very suppressed, where it's very mechanic. And as you beautifully said, sexuality is what we are doing. Sexual energy is what we are doing. Having this talk together, sharing with a beautiful audience, giving our energy, receiving energy. This is already sexual energy creating. Yeah, we don't need to be in the bedroom and penetrate one another. This is how it is. And this is what we need to understand. And this is the embodiment, when we understand the power of who we are, that we are part of the divine, that we are here to embody Christ consciousness, meaning God, goddess consciousness. And then we are going to move from I love myself to I am love. I worship Christ to I am Christ. Yeah. Because when you say I love myself, there are two people involved, I and myself. Who is I? Who is myself?
I am.
I am is I am. That's it. Yeah, that's it. I am. Because we are all here, and I have so many goosebumps, as the divine. And on a soul level, we are all one, but we are also individuals with unique energetic systems, with a unique nervous system. And we need to learn to honor this in ourselves and how the energies are moving through our body. There is a reason why the chakras and the nadis are organized around our spine. It's not a coincidence. You know that very well in your work, yeah?
Nothing is a coincidence. Always is a connection. Always is a connection. And wow, beautiful. You made me drop the tears of bliss and joy. And
so beautiful to see this in a man. Thank you. It's so beautiful to speak with a man and see your emotions and see how things touch you. And I want to honor this in you. And I so wish that more and more divine masculines step into this power for themselves, because nothing is more powerful than the heart of a man. when he opens it and when he follows it. And I cannot say this more and more and more, because I work with men as well, and seeing the beauty when they connect is what touches me so much. Because whatever happened to women when we blame patriarchy, it actually first happened to the man, because they had to attack masculinity first. And this is what we need to understand. Because to get to a woman, you need to first get through the man. And if the man is weak, if the man doesn't know who he is, he will easily give up on the woman. And if he's not in his power. Yeah. So we are all here to understand again who we are in our nature and how divine we are, and how men and women, now I'm talking gender, are fundamentally different. But we are so uniquely important to what we individually bring to the table. So we are not having a gender battle. We are not having a sex battle. We are having a battle between the system that set all of this up. And it's not even a battle, because you can't win. You can't, delete fire with fire. I think I said the right English term. You got to do it with love. Yeah, you got to do it with the frequency of peace. And that's what it is. We need to embody that, so that we radiate that energy out that creates a ripple effect. When there is war in the world, when there is poverty in the world, what does it say? It says that the collective unconscious carries the frequency of war and lack within them. Nothing that happens outside is just by design. It's also created by each and every one of us. So we need to take responsibility about our vibrational state. Yeah, I'm sorry. I know it gets stuck every now and then in between. So I still hope people can hear us properly. Otherwise, we'll do it again.
We are feeling, me, they, you,
Yeah.
I am, you are, I'm you, you are me. We are feeling it, because to become to a stage of speechless is a stage of not experiencing the bliss, because the bliss you don't experience. It's a non-experience when you don't have words to express, because you don't have a definition. You don't have something to say about it. It's just a feeling that you connect to somebody by words, by movement, by using the five senses, by using, as I shared to all the men around the world, the gods, because we are the gods. I see them as like that after 44 years of my life. Thanks to my daughter that she born, she changed the whole perspective of how to respect the divine feminine and how to be that amazing men with power, but with power in love, being the most childhood and the most naive and the most transparent and the most vulnerable, because that's the real power. Shiva, it was the destroyer and the creator. And Shiva, the destroyer, was until your feet chakra. And after was the creator. And after he has the face of a woman, perfect in all dimensions. But after he has a baby and a moon in the top, because you combine the feminine essence with the masculine essence. It's not to be something that you catalogize in another part of a status. No, to be feminine is to embrace that energy that it takes us, that it takes us up. Take me somewhere I have never been invited. I've been in the Burj Khalifa. I've been in the Taj Mahal. I've been flying. I've been doing this. I've been in the best restaurants in the world. I've been doing sex in all the parts of the world. But nobody takes me higher. Take me somewhere that I have never been invited, that you cannot buy, that you cannot touch, that you cannot talk about it. So I shared to the gods how you want to be remembered by the goddess. Do you want to be remembered as the best night of her life, as the best F of her life? Or you want to be remembered by the eternity? It's a tiny, huge difference. Because when you rise and you respect the divine feminine and elevate that however you think and sense, and put her into places that she never reached or thought that they were exist. She will tell to everyone for the eternity, for this life, for the next life, for the next life, that one God, one day, how many times, made her feel rise every single time that he saw him, that he was next to him, that she was be touched by him. So take that in your mind, how you want to be remembered. I always want to be remembered by the eternity. Thank you.
Mario, thank you so much for saying this and for speaking from your heart. It really, I have goosebumps all over my body. It's unbelievable. And it's so important what you say. You know, a lot of times, yes, we have everything within. Yes, we are whole, we are complete, all of that. However, nothing can replace the interaction with another human, with another soul. We can bring each other to such heights. We can only do so much alone. But then when there's another person, we amplify each other's energy. And that multiplies and boom, you know, you don't just explode in orgasms, but you explode in communication, in vulnerability, in everything. It's like a whole spiritual gangbang on all levels.
The internet don't let us talk here. I don't understand. Wow. When you did like,
I know you're cut as well. I have no idea. Normally it's okay. We'll otherwise cut it for the audience and they don't need to experience, you know, the breaks in between. We'll do little snip chats.
But I love because it was paused when you did like, whoa, like that. You were paused like that 21 seconds. I count them. 21 wow. seconds. The subconscious. You was paused. Boom. 1, 2, 3. And I was seeing I was not seeing it. I was feeling your wings going higher because you just stuck. Like even the best photographer in the world, he couldn't catch that time. You know, thanks to the internet, we've been fucked by light. Let me be fucked by light. I want to be fucked by light. I want to be fucked by light all my life. Thank you. Let me be fucked by light. Thank you.
Have you noticed, Mario, lately? I mean, I don't know if you've noticed how May, I'm talking German, how May was a difficult month full of these solar flares coming into Earth and activating our DNA and the codes inside of us. And it was really a difficult time for so many people because it was a purging. And after we purged, because, you know, as you know, we store, you know, traumas and wounds in our tissues, in our bones, in our teeth. So a lot of people were feeling sick or even having, you know, dental issues. Exactly, right? So all of this purging and cleaning took place. And suddenly, after we integrated that for a lot of us, yes, there is so many magical things that are happening. Like just right now when I was frozen doing this, or the other day I had 2 sparrows in my home and I have no idea how they entered. I have no idea how they entered. And 2 of them, not even 1, but 2, and my windows were closed, right? So there's so many magical things that are happening in terms of synchronicity and alignment. Do you feel that as well?
Let me show you if I feel it. When you open your arms.
Oh my goodness. But it's outside.
Yeah, but they come. It's one there and it's another one on top. They come, the female and the man, and they work together. The other one is just next door. And there is the synchronicity of it. The synchronicity, whenever you have a bird coming next to you or flying on top of you, is because you are out of your mind. You are out of your thoughts, of your 80,000 thoughts per day. Now they are 120,000 in an average in a human brain. Before the phone, there was 60 to 80,000. So when you are out of your mind, it means that you are connecting the subconscious mind and your mind is resting and you are connecting with something else, feeling, Pachamama, Mother Earth, yeah, and the birds, they come. The leaves of the tree, they move. They talk to you. Even if it's not air, the air comes from somewhere else. You don't even know. You don't say, hey, it's not been an air for 15 days. And after, shh, you can be in the desert, because I tried the deserts. Yeah. And you can be there and the sun just can. So this is our connection. This is our light. This is our what we are as a human being. We are the power of what is the universe. So I will for sure share something with you in any presentations around the world. I will love and be honored to share this with hundreds, thousands of people, because we create this collective healing together. As much, as much people we are, as much the feeling, as much the darkness, as much the light, as much the shame, as much the anger, as much the control, as much the attachment, as much the size of the cosmic penis that is big. The cosmic penis is not a piece of muscle hanging between legs. The cosmic penis is the light of every human being, that it goes into your core and open everything, the holiness. So I call it the cosmic penis. And be fogged by light is the most amazing thing. It happens the last 4 years of my life, because I want to be every day with everybody, with a taxi driver, with a cleaning guy pool, with an excellent president, because everybody say that the president, they are not excellent, but excellent, divine president, with a governor, with a publiciter, with a tantra teacher, with a no tantra teacher, with an inexpert of sex, with an expert of sex. I want to feel the same. I don't just want to be with one community. I call it, and as I call you, and as I call myself, we are divine strangers. Thank you.
Oh, Mario. Thank you. This was really such an incredible talk. I so enjoyed it. And feeling your energy and talking. And I hope that the audience is getting energetically so hyped up like we are.
Even the internet gets us out of this. Oh, vámonos, Ricky!
Yes, that's what I love. We know when you're liberated in your body, because when we, just to close this, when we do Tantra, Tantra doesn't sound sexy. It doesn't sound like what we are used to. You make weird faces, you do weird sounds. Yeah, but this is natural. But it's so natural. Yeah. It's so natural.
Again, you talk like that. I love it. I will do it the same.
No, you are stuck.
Wow.
You're stuck doing this.
This internet is something. Now.
Maybe it's the dark forces not wanting us to get fucked by the light. I don't know.
I love it because you stay like that and I did like that. You stay in feminine and I stay in masculine. And we balance.
Yes, that's this one, the yin and the yang, huh? Whoop, whoop.
Wow, no, this talk is too much. Wow, it's good that where you are now in Dubai, they don't allow us to do lives. If not, the live will be cut every 5 seconds.
Let me just stop the recording. Wait, stop.